In 1943, a soldier wrote a letter and buried it for 70 years. This is the secret it revealed. A young man was cleaning out the attic of his late grandfather's house. He opened a dusty box and found a yellowed envelope tucked inside. It contained a letter addressed to his family, but with one instruction: read only when I'm gone. Curiosity got the better of him, and he read it. In 1944, a young soldier named James was writing a letter by the light of a small flashlight. The rest of the world was dark, but his words burned bright with life. He wrote of his experiences in the war, of how brave his comrades were, and how much he missed home. He described the beautiful blue sky and the green rolling hills, hoping his family could picture them as vividly as he did. And then he wrote, "I love you." But this was no ordinary letter. James wasn't just a soldier, he was a spy. His mission: infiltrate enemy lines and retrieve top-secret documents. It was dangerous work, but someone had to do it. So James volunteered. A few weeks later, the world went black for James. He remembered a searing pain and then nothing. Officially, he died in battle. But this letter told a different story. James survived, but if he came home, they'd kill us all. So I disappeared. The letter contained a coded message leading to a village in France. Could this be where James went? After the war, James's family received word that he'd been declared missing in action. They clung to hope, but eventually that faded, and they moved on with their lives. All these years later, David was determined to find the truth. He scoured old records, located the village, and traveled there. It was a charming place, just as James had described, with cobblestone streets and quaint houses. But nobody remembered James. Had he really been there all those years ago? David thought he might never find out until an old woman recognized a photo. James lived here. He was only 21. He said his family was gone. She remembered because she had loved him once. Was it possible? David had found James after all this time, only for him to reveal that he wasn't actually James. But as they talked, the woman began to cry. She realized who David reminded her of. He was the spitting image of James. She told him everything she remembered about the young soldier, including the one thing that confused her the most. One day, James left a note saying he was going into town. He never came back. Did he really have a family here? If so, where were they now? David decided to stick around and find out. Days turned into weeks, but still no answers. Just as David was about to give up hope, he noticed something. The woman had mentioned James having a sister. Could this be her grave? His hands shook as he saw the name. It was James R. Beloved stranger. Was this really James? David couldn't believe it. His grandfather had been alive all these years, just 500 miles away. He looked at the letter again. Every day I watched your photos grow old in my wallet. Not a day passed I didn't love you. He'd kept the letter for over 70 years. What had made him change his mind? Was it love or guilt? Perhaps he felt he owed his family an explanation. Or maybe he simply wanted them to know the truth. Whatever the reason, they finally had it. If this story moved you, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real-life mysteries. Comment below. Would you want to know the truth?